Panny Rhodes is a great Virginian. She and I came in together in 1992, elected in 1991. When she first showed up, we thought that there was some charity league in Richmond missing its president. But after one term in the General Assembly, it became clear that not only was she not some lost housewife that found her way into this chamber, that she was razor sharp. And one of the things that she did that can be a lesson to us all, every night when she went home, she read the bills, every one, line by line, and came into this chamber and asked the relevant questions that needed to be asked about legislation. Great Virginian. Another great Virginian was Mills Godwin, the only governor that I know, Mr. Speaker, that served for 2 terms in modern history. As you know, we have this requirement that you can't succeed yourself. He served his first term as a Democrat, and what is it we quote Winston Churchill, I reserve the right to be smarter tomorrow than I was today. He ran as a Republican the second time. That's supposed to be an applause line for you guys. But you know what he did when he was a Democrat? He was the father of the community college system, the greatest educational innovation in Virginia, and I think maybe the 20th century. And he paid for that with the imposition of a sales tax that went into the general fund and was used to support education, which carried on a very rich tradition in Virginia. We have historically had 2 pots of money, one for transportation and the general fund that pays for education and for law enforcement. Sound Virginia policy. My good friend from Richmond City quoted from 2 newspapers, the Danville Register and B and the Roanoke Times. Let me give you another quote from the Danville Register first. Taxpayers deserve to have their money spent honestly by their government. We pay a state tax on gasoline to fund roads. That's where those dollars should be spent. But the governor doesn't appear to have the same concerns about taking general fund dollars that are used for schools, colleges, police, and prisons and putting that money into transportation. Roanoke Times wasn't quite so generous. Anyone watching Governor Bob McDonnell's desperate attempt, rough words, to conjure up cash for transportation could see this one coming. Last week he proposed diverting a portion of state sales tax from Northern Virginia and Hampton roads to pay for transportation projects in those congested regions. It's planned to divert 0.25% of the discretionary sales tax income generated in those regions, would siphon $140 million a year from the general fund. The general fund, after all, has been depleted in recent years by the Great Recession. Core state services, education, law enforcement, health care, etc., have taken tremendous hits. We're at a crossroads in this state in making a very major policy shift when we begin to take general fund monies and use them for transportation. Are roads important? Of course they are. But we shouldn't be robbing school kids to lay pavement. Well, where's the money to come from? Well, you know what? I like to think that I have all the good ideas. But you know, every once in a while, somebody in this chamber is on to something. 2 gentlemen from Fairfax, my friends, Delegate Rust and Delegate Albo, Delegate May, have figured out a way to extract money from non-Virginians to bring in for transportation. We ought to be taking a serious look at that legislation and using it for transportation. At the same time, Keep your mitts off the general fund when it comes to transportation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.